Okay, student, now in this video we will discuss about the capital account of credit and debit. Okay, so you have to understand which are the items we will take credit side and which are the items we will take in debit side of capital account. Okay, so these are the questions, very important questions, and at least 1-2 questions will must come in 6 marks. Okay, that you have to read the question, you have to understand, and you have to write the answer whether it is in credit side or it is in debit side, and you must have to keep the reason also. Okay, without reason you will not get the marks. Okay, so first we will discuss about the receipt of the credit side of capital account. So credit side means when that means inflow of money, foreign private loans. If you take loans, okay, loans means when you take loans, that means money comes to your country, so it will be the credit side of capital account, because loan borrowing, all these things we will take capital account. In our previous video we have discussed it. Inflow of banking capital, inflow of banking capital means banking, that means some banks is earning money to our country. Okay, inflow of banking capital means there's a type of some sources banks earn money from rest of the world. Okay, that is inflow of banking capital. Next, loan received by the government. If government is receiving loan, if the government receiving loan, number one question is private foreign private loans. Number third point is loans received by the government. Okay, these are 2 points comes from loan. One is private loans and the other is government loans. If private loans, then it will also, we will also write it credit side. Government loans, that means government taking loans from rest of the world, that is also we will write credit side. Okay, because money comes to our country. Reserves and monetary gold inflow. If reserve, that means dollar. If dollar comes to reserve, means here it is dollar. Reserve means dollar. If dollar comes to our country. If gold comes to our country, inflow of gold, reserves, that means dollar. If dollar info, gold info, all these things we will write in credit side. Okay, next is international sale of gold. If we sell gold, if we sell gold to the rest of the world, then rest of the world will give us money. Okay, then these things we will also write in credit side. Okay, we always write those items, we will always write in credit side when we understand that money comes to our country. When money comes to our country, then we will write it credit side. Okay, or receipt side. Debit side is payment of private loans. If we pay to the rest of the world, we pay to the rest of the world, okay, of private loans, of private loans. Okay, if we repayment, that means repayment of private loans from foreigners. That means if we repay the private loans to the foreigners, then it will write it will comes to debit side. Why? Because it is outflow of money. We repay means we are giving money to rest of the world or the foreigners. That means money goes out from our country. That is why it will come to debit side of capital account. Next is outflow of banking capital. If banking capital goes out from our country, if banking capital goes out from our country, then it will, then we will write it debit side of capital account. Repayment of loan by the government, same, repayment of loan by the government. If government repaying the loan to the rest of the world, okay, that means money goes out of from our country, it will again comes to debit side. Reserves and monetary gold transfer payment. Okay, if we reserves, that means dollar goes out from our country, if gold goes out from our country, then all these things we will write in debit side. Purchase of gold. If we purchase gold, that means what? Money goes out from our country. If we purchase gold, that means money goes out from our country. Okay, that means dollar goes out from our country. Okay, that means we will write it debit side. Okay, so these are the points. This is very important. What are the items we will write in credit side of current account, debit side of current account, and what are the items which comes to credit side of capital account, and what are the items which will come to debit side of capital account. Okay, so this is very important questions. Okay, in previous question bank you can see there are some questions comes from capital account and current account, credit side and debit side. Okay, next we'll discuss the autonomous items and accommodating items.